Timeline history of mass communication. What is mass communication? Mass communication refers to the process of transmitting information, ideas, and messages to a large, diverse audience through various channels and media. It involves the creation, production, and distribution of content to reach and influence a broad population. Mass communication channels include newspapers, television, radio, magazines, the internet, and social media. Timeline history of mass communication. The history of mass communication is complex and spans a wide range of technologies and developments. Here is a simplified timeline highlighting some key milestones in the evolution of mass communication. Prehistoric communication. Early humans used symbols, cave paintings, and gestures for basic communication. Ancient writing systems. Sumerians developed cuneiform. Egyptians use hieroglyphics, and later the Greeks introduced the alphabet. Ancient communication. The Greeks established the concept of rhetoric, emphasizing persuasive communication. Romans used the first postal system, cursus publix. Medieval manuscripts. Monks copy and preserve text by hand. The invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg in the 15th century revolutionizes mass communication. Smoke signal communication. This was the first long-distance communication. It was used in Northern America, where each tribe has its own signaling system. A smoke from top of the hill signified danger. Smoke signal was also used in ancient China. The soldiers stationed at the Great Wall would alert for danger using smoke signals from tower to tower. Carrier pigeons. Over 2,000 years ago, the Romans used pigeons as messenger to aid their military, and during the 12th century, messenger pigeons are used in Baghdad. Puri, 15th century to 20th century. Pony Express. From ancient time, kings have been using human messenger to relay messages. Pony Express was a first-of-its-kind mail services, delivering messages, mails, newspapers, and small packages by horseback using small relay stations. It is regarded as the first courier service. It was used in the mid-19th century to communicate between East Coast and West Coast of America. Semaphore flag. Semaphore flag was used in maritime during the late 19th century. The word semaphore is derived from Greek word sema, meaning sign, and phero, mean bearer. It is the telegraph system conveying information at a distance by means of visual signals with handheld flags, rods, and disc. It is still used during underway replenishment at a sea and is acceptable mode of communication for emergency. Printing press. 1440. Johannes Gutenberg's invention of the printing press around 1440 in France revolutionized communication. In 1454, Gutenberg put his press to commercial use, producing thousands of indulgences for the church. The following year, he printed his famous 42-line Bible, the first book printed on a movable type press in the West. Gutenberg's press was the combined effort of several discoveries and inventions. Newspaper. 1605. The first circulated handwritten news sheet was in Venice during 1566. In 1605, the first newspaper was published by Relation aller Furnemann und Gedenkwürdigen Historien. These early newspapers followed one of two major formats. The first was the Dutch-style courantos, a densely packed 2 to 4 page paper, while the second was the German-style pamphlet, a more expansive 8 to 24 page paper. In 1895, a young Italian named Guglielmo Marconi invented what he called the wireless telegraph while experimenting in his parents' attic. He used radio waves to transmit Morse code, and the instrument he used became known as the radio. A radio is a device that uses the transmission and reception of electromagnetic waves of radio frequency that carry sound messages. The first radio was developed in the late 1800s. It took many years for radios to become public household items. There were several scientists involved in the history of radio. Telegraph. It was the greatest breakthrough in the field of communication. Although the smoke signal and semaphore flags were different from of telegraphy, but the harnessing of electricity in the late 19th century gave birth to telegraphy. Samuel Morse independently developed and patented a recording electric telegraph in 1844 from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore, Maryland. Morse code is still used globally as a model of communication. Till a couple of decades ago, telegraphy was the most popular form of long-distance communication. US discontinued in the year of 2006. India BSNL-owned telegraph service ended in 2013. It was world's last existing true electric commercial telegraph system. Telephone. Telephone, until now real-time communication, was confined to diplomatic purpose or for broadcasting. Still, telegram was the fastest one-to-one communication used by the common people. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. At first, the benefits of a telephone exchange were not exploited. Instead, telephone were leased in Paris to a subscriber who had to arrange for a telegraph contractor to construct a line between them, for example, between a home and a shop. It was a luxury that only rich people can afford. Cinema. No one person invented cinema. However, in 1891, the Edison Company successfully demonstrated a prototype of the kinetoscope, which enabled one person at a time to view moving pictures. The first public kinetoscope demonstration took place in 1893. By 1894, the kinetoscope was a commercial success, with public parlors established around the world. The first to present projected moving pictures to a paying audience were the Lumiere brothers in December 1895 in Paris, France. They used a device of their own making, the cinematographer, which was a camera, a projector, and a film printer all in one. Camera. In 1816, Frenchman Joseph Nicephore Niepce invented the first photographic camera. The camera did not capture images. Instead, it projected them onto another surface. The camera obscura was small enough to be portable by the 17th century. Around this period, basic lenses for focusing light were introduced. 20th century television, 1920s to 1930s. Television becomes a popular medium for mass communication, providing both audio and visual content to a wide audience. Internet, 1960s to 1980s. The development of the ARPANET in the 1960s marks the beginning of the Internet era. The World Wide Web, WWW, is introduced in the 1990s, transforming how information is accessed and shared. Cable and satellite TV, 1970s. The proliferation of cable and satellite television expands the number of available channels and provides more specialized content. Mobile phones, 1980s. The first commercially available cell phone, the Motorola Dynatac 8000X, was introduced in the United States in 1983 and cost $3,995 USD. World Wide Web, 1990s. The creation of the Internet and the World Wide Web transforms communication, allowing for global connectivity and the sharing of information on an unprecedented scale. 1990s present digital journalism. The rise of the Internet led to the development of digital journalism, with online news websites and portals providing real-time updates. Blogs and citizen journalism became popular, allowing individuals to share their perspectives. 2000s present. Social media dominance. Social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn gained prominence. Social media became a major channel for news distribution, citizen journalism, and user-generated content. YouTube and online video. YouTube, launched in 2005, became a leading platform for sharing and consuming video content. The popularity of online video content grew, influencing entertainment and news consumption patterns. Smartphones and mobile apps. The widespread adoption of smartphones transformed mass communication by providing constant connectivity. Mobile apps for news, social media, and entertainment became integral to daily life. Augmented and virtual reality. Advances in technology lead to the development of augmented and virtual reality, offering new immersive forms of communication. Fake news and misinformation challenges. The digital age brought challenges related to the spread of misinformation and fake news through online platforms. Efforts to combat misinformation and promote media literacy became critical. Continued technological advancements. Ongoing developments in artificial intelligence, 5G technology, and other innovations continue to shape the future of mass communication. Emerging technologies may further impact how information is created, disseminated, and consumed. 2020 SS. Present. Live streaming and interactive content. Live streaming platforms, such as Twitch and YouTube Live, have gained popularity for gaming, events, and interactive content. Viewers can actively participate in real-time discussions and engagement. Future: extended reality. XR. Extended reality, including virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, holds the potential to revolutionize storytelling, gaming, and immersive experiences. Applications in education, training, and entertainment are being explored. Future: quantum communication. The field of quantum communication may impact secure and high-speed data transmission, influencing how information is shared globally. Quantum key distribution could enhance the security of digital communication.